What's up, YouTube? For today's video, we'll be full Wooper Evolution team. I'll be using Wooper, Wooper Paldean, Quagsire, and Clodsire to make up a team of 4. Now, it's a little bit unfortunate. We only got a couple of Paldea Pokemon, and you know what? What Pokemon do you think could have or would have been cool to get a Paldea form in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? I'd like to know in the comment section of the video. Let me know. And what do you think of Clodsire and Wooper Paldea's Pokemon? Do you like them? Do you not like them? Let me hear about it. Alright, first battle here of 4. We've got a battle here against Roberto, and we have a Sandaconda lead. So I've got my Wooper lead here. It is a Pipnite specialist. So we've got Counter, Protect. It's good to use protection, Earthquake, and Waterfall. I've got Focus Sash as the item, Damp ability, and we've got Max Attack and Max Speed, Adamant Nature. Now, on these evolution teams, I want to use all the Pokemon, of course, and I also want to make use of all the abilities these evolution line has. So I made sure I use every single ability I could on 4 Pokemon. So that's going to be the end of the Sandaconda. It's going to be slithering away there. Next Pokemon is going to be Swallow. I'm like, well, I can go for Earthquake here. This is really good. I outspent the Swallow, did some quality damage, and now Swallow is going to fire an acid at me, and it's going to take out my Wooper there. It came out of those big chunky lips there. Next Pokemon is going to be Wooper Paldean. So Wooper Paldean actually gets a couple of pretty cool moves there. We're going to be using a Toxic Spikes bulky set. So I've got Toxic Spikes, Recover, Mud Slap for a little bit of salt there, and Acid Spray. So this is a defensive set. I've got Max Health, Max Defense, Bold Nature, and Everlight is going to be the item, and Poison Point as the ability. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to drop this Swallow special defense, and I also thought it might be a good idea to start up the Toxic Spikes too, unless they swap the Swallow out and bring it back in, which at this stage I thought might be kind of doubtful here. So my Wooper's going to go for another Acid Spray again. Now I'm just continually dropping Swallow's special defense because I do have a plan to bring in another Pokemon. Unfortunately, it does have Giga Drain there, and it is able to get around my Wooper. It was a defensive set, so it wasn't too much of a surprise there. With the Wooper Paldean, it is a Poison and Ground type, so it differs to the in the Wooper and Quagsire line being a Water and Ground. So just taking that water away and giving a poison. Next Pokemon's going to be Quagsire. It's a special set, and I've got Ancient Power, Earth Power, Ice Beam, and Hydro Pump. I've got the ability Water Absorb item is going to be Assault Vest, and I've got the EV spread as Max Health and Max Special Attack Modest Nature. So we're going to go for an Earth Power there. Swallow gets some pretty good damage off against me, but since it had all those special defense drops from Wooper earlier on, I was able to take it out with ease. It did go for a Toxic too. Now, the next Pokemon to come out here is going to be Slowbro. So, Slowbro, I thought, I actually sausage-fingered the my Pro Controller, and I went for an Ice Beam. I was meant to go for an Earth Power there, and the Slowbro is going to go for a nasty plot. I'm thinking, oh no, I'm about to get Slowbro swept. So this turn, I'm going to go for Earth Power. I was meant to do that before. I thought it'd be funny, like a couple of times I've done that in my battling time. I've done a misclick on a move, and it's actually like, I've got like a burn or a freeze attack, something like that. It's been pretty funny. Anyway, so Slowbro is going to take that pretty well. Quagsire's special attack, well, it's not the greatest thing in the world there. So Slowbro is going to get another nasty plot up here, and it's going to have the leftovers as the item. So I can go for a Earth Power here. It's going to take around 2 Earth Powers to take out the Slowbro at this point too. I don't know whether it's got Slack off or anything like that too. So go for the Earth Power. Slowbro just hangs on there, and they're going to go for a Stored Power. It's like, oh wow, that's going to hurt. So that's the end of Quagsire. So I've got one more Pokemon left, and it is going to be Clodsire. So Clodsire isn't exactly what you call the fastest Pokemon around the town, but it is pretty bulky. So this is a unaware set, which is going to be great, at least versing the Slowbro. We've got Recover, Curse, Earthquake, and Poison Tail. Poison Tail is more of a troll move there. You could probably feel that with something a little bit better there, but I wanted to do a little bit of a fun set. So we've got Black Sludge as the item, Max Health, Max Special Defense. It is an absolute unit, and I have Careful as the nature, so dropping that special attack. So I'm going to go for a Terria. We've got Terra Poison as the type on Clodsire. Clodsire is a very, very good Pokemon. It's got excellent defenses and a really good ability. So Unaware really saves my bacon there. I'm able to take that very, very well. And now I can go for a Poison Tail here on the Slowbro, and that is enough to take it out with the Purple Ekans. I actually got a critical hit there. And I sort of wonder if that actually mattered, because I don't have any attack EVs, and, Poison Tail isn't exactly what you call powerful. Anyways, that's the end of Slowbro. The next Pokemon we've got here is Armorogue, and they're going to go for a Terra here. So it's like, I wonder what they're going to go into. Probably I was thinking Psychic maybe, and it is going to be a Fire Terror. So like, that actually isn't all that bad, because I do have, I've got Earthquake on this Pokemon. So I knew that obviously I'll get outspared, and now they're going to go for a Calm Mind. My mind is very calm at the moment, and I'm thinking, well, that's not all that bad. I've got Unaware. I mean, it's still going to hit me pretty hard, but I wonder what sort of move they got. So I went for the Crowd here to get my health back. I did that just to see what, move they will use. So I've got Earthquake as the main move I can use here. I could go for Curse, but I'm thinking, well, it's still going to probably do a decent amount of damage. Maybe a 3-hit KO against Armorogue. I wasn't really certain. So I went for the Earthquake here, and Armorogue gets hit pretty hard. It's a nice 2-hit KO. Now they're going to go for Stored Power again. Clodsire eats that up like a stack, and now I can go for another Earthquake. And that is the end of the Armorogue there, which is awesome. So Clodsire really did carry me through there. So actually, no, that was a 4v4. Thank you, Roberto, for the battle there. That was a pretty interesting team. Having 2 stored power Pokemon too was pretty scary. If I didn't have that Unaware, I would have been absolutely destroyed. Next battle here, this is a pretty interesting battle. This one was against Leighton, and we have a theme team here too. First Pokemon is going to be Pawmi. So I've got my Quagsire as the lead. As you know, this is a special Quagsire, a Pipnite special. So now we've got an Eerie Impulse, a move you hardly ever get to see. Eerie Impulse is going to drop my special attack harshly. So I'm like, that's rough. I'm running a special set, Pawmi still gets hit for a super effective damage, and it's got, look how tired it is. It's got a Focus Sash as the item. So now Pawmi is going to go for another Eerie Impulse. Quagsire's special attack is currently -4. So this isn't very good. So I just went for an Ancient Power for the lols here to take it out, and I got a boost. I'm like, wow, that's actually really good. Now, with the EV spread of this Quagsire, it actually is surprisingly bulky, So I've given it Max Health already, and it's got Assault Vest. So that's going to make up for its, kind of average special defense. And with the Ancient Power boost on top of that, this is going to be, pretty bulky. Next Pokemon is Pawmi number 2 here, and I just went for Earth Power. Nothing to lose there, right? And it's a 2-hit KO, which is cool. So now Pawmi's going to go for a Crunch there. Quagsire takes 3 damage, and I'm going to go for another Ancient Power. So, may as well go for another one, right? Pawmi lives, and I get another Ancient Power boost. I'm like, what is going on here? Like, I've only got 10% chance for this to happen, so I'm getting very lucky at this time. So I've got a Quagsire that's bulky, but hits like a wet paper bag, So here comes another Crunch there, and it does like another 3 damage. Here comes another Ancient Power. I'm just trying to get another boost. I was like, I've got to boost up my special attack. Currently, I've got -2 in special attack, like after all those boosts there. Next Pokemon is going to be Pawmont. So we got a Pawmi evolution team here, which is pretty cool. So like 2 Pawmis, 2 Pawmos, 2 Pawmots. All the paws you can ever poke a stick at. So we got a Pawmon here. It's going to go for a Terra Ice. I'm like, all right. I wonder what this is going to be. They're going to try and freeze axe me here. Here comes a Ice Punch. So I thought I'd be able to take this reasonably well, thanks to all the Ancient Power boosts and, Quagsire's general bulk on the defensive side. And that was really lucky, because I got a Hydro Pump crit there. So that's going to be the end of the Pawmon. Suddenly I've taken out half the team, which is, I don't know, crazy lucky. Next Pokemon's going to be Pawmo, and it's going to go for a Fake Out. That does a solid 2 damage to my Quagsire, and it's going to flinch me. So here comes a Arm Thrust. Arm Thrust is a move you hardly ever get to see there. It actually has a pretty cool animation. So this seems to be like, maybe it's like a loaded die set. I've got no idea, but then it only hits 3 times. Like, okay, it's not a loaded die set. It's just like some sort of flinching set. So I went for Earth Power, almost taking out the Pawmo. Pawmo's going to go for another Arm Thrust here. It's really thrusting my Actually, it's never mind. It's using Arm Thrust against my Quagsire here, and I get hit another 3 times. So I'm going to go for another Ancient Power. So I may as well, I've only got a little bit of PP left here. And it lived. I was like, oh, I didn't take it out. Then I got another boost. You wouldn't read about it. So that's 3 Ancient Power boosts. And I'm like, what is going on? This Quagsire is like crazy lucky. Hacker Exposed, Serene Grace Quagsire. Here comes another Arm Thrust. Each thrust is only doing a 1 to 2 damage. Oh, hang on, let me look at this. No, 6 damage. It's still a little bit more than 1. So I got hit 2 times, which was actually pretty lucky. And then I went for another Ancient Power, and Pawmo is going to faint. I didn't get another boost there. At this stage, I think I've got like 1 Ancient Power left. I've used them up. So the next Pokemon's going to be Pawmont. There's only like 2 Pokemon left here. Pawmont is going to go for a Revival Blessing. I had a kind of a bit of a feeling they would be using this move because, it's a signature move that only 2 Pokemon get. So it's going to be munching on its Leopard Berry there, which means it can use the Revival again if I don't manage to take it out this turn. So that Pokemon is going to get revived back, and that is going to be the Pawmont from earlier on. We've seen the Ice Punch Terror one. So I hit it for a super effective Earth Power. Doesn't do enough there. And now the Pawmont is going to go for another Revival Blessing here. That is a blessing in disguise, I guess you could say. So Pawmont is going to bring back another Pokemon, which is amazing, which is going to be Pawmo. So Pawmo is back there. Man, I've got to take these Pokemon out. Like, I've taken, how many Pokemon have I taken out so far? 1, 2, 3. I've taken out 5 Pokemon. You wouldn't read about it. So the next Pokemon is going to be the Pawmont that was brought back earlier on. It's going to go for a Mach Punch. I lived on 1 health. You wouldn't read about it. And Earth Power takes it out. Like, what is going on here? So Pawmont is down. That's 6 Pokemon down. I'm not even joking right now. Next Pokemon is going to be Pawmo. Now, Pawmo is like, well, I should be able to outspeed it. You might be able to take it out if it's bulky. And that's it. That's 7 Pokemon fainted. Are we going to get the Quagsire sweep here? Now, this Pokemon's going to be the Pawmo we see from earlier. Actually, we didn't even get to see Pawmo. And this set, unfortunately for the user, was actually a charge beam set. So they had no way to hit a ground-type Pokemon. So unfortunately for them being a ground type, they couldn't do anything, and that was a very, very salty finish there. That's so mean. I do feel sorry for my opponent, but at the same time, that was actually pretty funny. If that happened to me, I would have definitely put that in a video. Thank you, Leighton, for being a good sport there, and that was absolutely hilarious. You got to see a Quagsire. Sorry, I took out like 69 Pokemon then. All right, let's get on to battle number 3. You know what? If this video doesn't get a like after that battle, I can't give you any more funnier content than that. All right, this is a pretty interesting theme team. I want to see if you can guess what it is. So we've got a battle here. This one's against Joba King, and we've got a Dunsparce lead here. So I'm going to go for a Toxic Spikes. And the Dunsparce, this is really annoying, right? Of course, Dunsparce has a lot of, like, troll moves, too, because of Serene. Great. So it paralyzed me. I got a layer of Toxic Spikes on the field, which is good. And now it's going to go for a Dragon Tail. So I get hit by the Dragon Tail, and Wooper is going to get automatically swapped out into another Pokemon. So the Pokemon to come in is going to be Clodsire. At this stage in the battle, I don't really want to use Clodsire because I like to keep that Clodsire in the back there, or swap it in at the right time and get those curses up. So in comes the Quagsire here. It's going to keep going for a Dragon Tail over and over again. It's just going to be a pain in the backside, you know. So here comes Wooper this time, Wooper Paldean, and at least it's I was thinking like my other Pokemon that can do a little bit is my special Quagsire, but I'm going to wait till it actually gets swapped in. So here comes another Dragon Tail. I got paralyzed that turn, so I couldn't use any attacking moves. I think I was going for like no, I was going for the Mud Slap then, so I could actually miss. So here comes my Wooper. It's going to go for Chilling Water this time, which is really, really unfortunate because I actually went for the counter and I got countered. So my Wooper is going to be a little bit salty at this point in the game. So go for the Waterfall here. I'm going for a flinch on this scumbag set, and I got one. I was like, sweet, this is awesome. I might be able to get another one. So here comes the Chilling Water. Obviously, their Wooper is going to get outsped because the Dragon Tail was negative priority, or it's a speed type. I'm not really sure what's going on at the moment, but I'm trying to flinch this Pokemon over and over. So swapping out the Wooper there and going into Quagsire. I thought they may use Chilling Water again to heal up my Quagsire of Water Absorb. However, there's another Dragon Tail. At this stage, it's going to use up all the Dragon Tail PP. So here comes another Pokemon. It's going to be Wooper Paldean again. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to attack this thing. I'm going to do as much damage with Mud Slap as possible, or maybe even Acid Spray. That'd be a cool idea for the Quagsire. So the Dragon Tail is going to miss there, which is really cool, and I got paralyzed. I'm like, of course I get paralyzed. On the turn, I could do something, right? So now the Dragon Tail is going to hit me again, and Wooper is going to get flung out of the battle, this time for a critical hit. Now, the next Pokemon to get swapped in is going to be my Wooper. I was like, okay, well, I may as well go for the Earthquake out. This should do some pretty, powerful damage to the Dunsparce, and that's enough to take out the Dunsparce, which is really cool right there. So, bye-bye, Dunsparce. You are a thorn in my side. Next Pokemon's going to be the Dunsparce again. So, it is a full Dunsparce team, but there's something about it. There's something salty about it. I wonder if you can figure out what it is. Let me know in the comment section of the video. So Wooper is going to fade there finally. And I was like, okay, fair enough. I hope it's not another Dragon Tail troll set. I don't think it will be, right? It should be something different. So going into Wooper number 2 here. Wooper Paldean form, of course. And I was like, well, I should be able to take this attack. I was like, yep, I lived the double edge really, really well there, thanks to the Everlight. And then I got paralyzed again. This Wooper just got paralyzed all the time. So the only good thing about the Wooper Paldean, what it did earlier, it actually put that Toxic Spikes in the field there. So Dunsparce goes for a Disrespect Flail. It does not take me out. There's no Disrespect KOs there. It's not going to happen. So the Dunsparce is going to take some more damage here, and Flail is going to end the Wooper there. So this is obviously a troll team, so these Dunsparces are trying to make me, really angry and really salty. So the next Pokemon I'm going to bring in is going to be the Quagsire. This is a special set you got to see before, so I'm thinking things are going to be pretty good right now. So Flail does a pretty good amount of damage here. I'm going to go for an Ancient Power and see if I can get a boost, and it actually was enough to take it out, but I didn't get a boost there. I think I used up all my my Ancient Power luck in the battle before. I didn't think this would be anything like the first battle, right? I don't think I'll ever get Ancient Power boost like that again. So here comes the Dunsparce. It's going to go for a Flamethrower. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to burn me because of Serene Grace, right? So Flamethrower does 2 damage to me, and it's going to take a little bit more Toxic Orb damage. At this time, I'm actually getting some good damage here from the Toxic Spikes. So here comes the Ice Beam, and Quagsire gets Freeze Hacks. Well, I knew that it was going to happen eventually, and when I say Ice Beam, I had a little bit of feeling it, but it gets better, right? I was frozen solid, and now my opponent, right, instead of fainting me here with another Ice Beam, they chose to go for a Flamethrower to thaw out my Quagsire to try and disrespect KO, but it wasn't enough to take out my Quagsire. So Quagsire thaws out and takes it out with an Earth Spout. That's what you get when you troll, right? You got to make sure when you troll, you manage to take out the Pokemon. So that's half the Dunsparce team gone, and here's another Dunsparce number 4. Now, this was like clue on the team here. Like, I'll give you a clue if you don't know what this team is, apart from the Dunsparce. Just read the nicknames of the Pokemon. That's your clue there. So I'm going to go for the Earth Power here on the Dunsparce. Good damage there. It's a 2-hit KO after the Toxic Spikes on the field ride. So I was kind of curious if we'd have any more special sets with Serene Grace here, because it's not a bad ability. So here comes the Drill Run. Quagsire is going to be fainting there. So I've got one more Pokeball left, and that is the Clodsire. So I thought Clodsire would be good to actually set up against this because it was a physical attacker. And, I mean, it did have Drill Run, but that was about it. I felt like I should be able to easily, beat this Pokemon. It's going to go for a Dragon Rush here. Dragon Rush is terrible. Actually, it's going to miss. I know where they're running that to because the flinching chance will be doubled thanks to Serene Grace. Now, I was thinking about doing the Dunsparce sweep too. I mean, I've got a good set soon, so I'm going to be continuing some more of my Pokemon sweeps in February onwards. I know there's a couple of people that have been asking me and stuff like that. So here comes a Dragon Rush. I actually thought that I'd get flinched there, but I didn't, so I managed to get a couple of curses up there. So now Clodsire is basically a wall here. It's so bulky, and it's got Unaware at the same time. So it's going to be very, very hard to actually take this Pokemon out. Plus, with the curse, it gives it a way to hit the opponents, pretty hard after, 1 or 2 of them. Earthquake hits pretty hard. So that's the end of the Dunsparce segment 3. And we got Dunsparce 2 segments there coming in here. It's called Not Confused. Anyway, so this set, I was like, I can just go for a Terra Poison here, and it's going to have a Lumbro. So this time, I won't have any help from the Toxic Spikes on the field here. I'll just have to simply take it out. Now, the thing about Clodsire, right, with the move Poison Tail, Poison Tail actually has a 10% chance to poison the Pokemon. You probably don't get to see Poison Tail used, hardly at all. It's a very, very gimmicky move. So now this set is going to go for a defense skill. I'm like, I think I know what this set's going to be. It's going to be like a rollout set, a troll out set. So go for Poison Tail there. +2. Ekans Tail does some good damage there. It really, really does. So I'm going to get some Black Sludge recovery. It's a Body Press as it's not rollout, it's Body Press. So Body Press does, I think it did 3 damage here, or 2 damage to my Clodsire. So go for another Ekans Tail, and that is the end of Dunsparce, the Dunsparce number 5. You know what I reckon they should have done with these 3-segment Dunsparce? They should have gone like this. The Dunsparce should have been done, and then 3 should have been Dunsparce. A maximum trolling name there. So last Pokemon, it's going to be a Mud Slap set. I'm like, don't you even dare. I don't want to miss, and I don't want to faint here. So I'm going to go for Poison Tail. This time, it's not going to miss. It's not going to land at all. And Dunsparce is going to get hit there with some powerful Poison Tail. I can go for another hit, and this should be enough to take it out here. I don't think they can do any damage also. We got a last turn little Timmy Terror here, and I'm trying to think what this is actually going to be here. Like, what move will they try and use against me. And it's going to be a normal set. I'm like, oh, okay, normal Dunsparce. I wonder what move is actually going to happen here. So I'm just going to go for it. You get hit by a Hurricane. Now, a Hurricane? What the heck? So Hurricane's going to confuse me. Of course it's going to confuse me. Now, the good thing is Clodsire actually managed to get around the confusion. The little chickens floating around its head. And I'm going to finish off the Dunsparce there with a nice purple poison tail. And that, my friends, is the end of the third battle. Hope you enjoyed the Dunsparce team there with a little hidden message in the nicknames of the Dunsparce. Maybe someone can understand that what that was all about there, but a pretty interesting team. And let's get on to battle number 4. This is the battle. I believe this is on the this was on my stream, I believe, or my Discord room. Anyway, so first Pokemon we got here. This is a battle against Super Bowser. We have a Spuper lead. You've probably never ever seen a Spuper used in a battle before, so I guess you are on Pip Knife's channel, right? So it's going to use a Stun Spore, which is annoying on my Wooper. So Wooper is going to be paralyzed. Well, at least I got one layer of Toxic Spikes up. That's very, very important. So I have used Spuper a few times there, and it is very, very barren. It doesn't really learn like a lot of moves. It sort of just gets like really annoying moves and like to make you salty and stuff. So out comes the Sliggoo. I've got no idea what sort of set this is going to be. It might be a bulky troll set or anything, So I've got 2 layers of Toxic Spikes up, which is good. Now, the Sliggoo is going to go for a Water Gun. Water Gun Sliggoo, it critted me too. When you look at it right, Water Gun is possibly going to be a 3-hit KO, which is kind of sad. So here comes another Water Gun there. It is a 3-hit KO after that crit. So Wooper at the moment, Wooper Paldean is actually, it's crying on the inside because it really doesn't want to faint to Water Gun. So I thought, you know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to go for the Acid Spray, drop the Sliggoo's special defense in case of the bulky, like, stalling Everlight set. And then I can bring in my other Quagsire and go for a nice big Ice Beam. So we're going to bring in the Quagsire now, and I might be able to, I might be able to repeat what I did in battle number 2. I might be able to get those, Quagsire just got sat on like a sandwich. I might be able to repeat those ancient powers. So Sliggoo is going to faint there, which is great. So no more trolling with Water Gun. I don't want to lose to another Water Gun Pokemon. Next Pokemon is going to be Sunflora. This Pokemon is actually kind of threatening. It's got a big fat special attack stat. So I was kind of curious what moves it would be using. I knew it would be using a grass move, just like what one. So going for a Ice Beam there. It's gone for an Absorb Sunflora. Was that Choice Specs Absorb? I'm not sure. It could have been. It actually did a lot of damage. So if I wasn't running Assault Vest there, I think that actually would have nearly fainted me. I would have actually had to quit Pokemon forever. So people are using troll sets left, right, and center. They're trying to take me off guard here. Next Pokemon's going to be Dunsparce. It's going to go for a Hyper Drill, and Quagsire is going to get hit by that, but it is not enough to get actually taken out. So going for that Hydro Pump on Dunsparce. Dunsparce is very, very thick. So this is definitely a bulky set. They would have invested a lot in bulk. Here comes a Dragon Rush on my Quagsire. It's not enough to take it out. And now I'm going to go for an Ice Beam here. I'll be real with you. I didn't even think that I'd live that turn. So I just went for a more accurate move. I probably could have gone for a Hydro Pump there. Let's be real. Probably would have missed. So Quagsire is going to faint to another Dragon Rush there. I guess you could say, like, people with Dunsparce, right? This is real talk, right? What do you think about this? People either like the Dunsparce, they think it fits as a evolution, or they absolutely hate it. Like, should have been a dragon, lazy design, those sort of things. There's like those 2 sort of arguments there that I always see about it. I'm sort of in there. I at the start I would have liked it to go into a dragon, but the design has it sort of makes a little bit more sense there to me. Like, I mean, it is sort of dragon-like, but I don't know. I'm sort of in the middle about that. Whether I used to be more on, oh, well, that was wow, they really put lots of effort into that one, guys. You know what I mean? So anyway, next Pokemon's going to be Spoink, and it's going to go for a Psychic. Spoink is a threat. It actually is. And it absolutely drops Wooper in one shot there. Almost got bodied. So go for a counter there. Once again, my Wooper gets countered, palm to palm there. And now it's going to get some more toxic damage. Now, when Spoink is bouncing on its little spring, right, if it stops bouncing on its spring, Spoink actually dies. Like, it's true, it's in a Pokedex entry. Like, so imagine, right, if you attach a spring to, like, your backside and you spring up and down, you just gotta pretend, right? You gotta do that for your entire life, otherwise you'll be gone, you'll be dust. So, Spoink, he lives a pretty hard life, Spoink. So here comes a Psychic on my Clodsire. As I said, Spoink is a 3 there. I gotta set them curses up. Now, I don't want to lose this Spoink a Pokemon, otherwise, I'm gonna have to uninstall your Scarlet and Violet forever, right? So I got an attack and defense boost there. Spoink's pretty bulky, so I gotta make sure, I get a couple of curses up here. So I got a little bit of black sludge damage there, which is good. At this stage here, I'm confident I can now take out the mighty Spoink. So here comes another Psychic on my Clodsire. If this Clodsire wasn't max health, max special defense, they would actually be doing a lot more. Wait, what are those things that come out of Clodsire's head? Is that horns? What are those? Like, I only seen it a couple of times in an attack. I'm kind of curious. Like, maybe someone can know, like, tell me what they are. It's like, they must be horns or something. I don't know. I don't think they're horns. There's a particular word for them. Someone's going to roast me in the comment section. Like, yo, Pimp Knight, they're this thing. How can you not know that? It happens every single time. Anyway, you can go ahead and roast me. I'd like to know. So in comes Electrike. It's going to go through a Thrash. It's going to be with a Thrash, a normal Thrash, which is pretty interesting. Yeah, maybe it's like Terra normal, but it wasn't there. So Poison Tail does about a 2-hit KO there. I was going to say this is like an Everlight set, but it just must be max health, right? So here comes another Thrash there. Tell me how Electrike hits you. In that Thrash animation, there was a foot. Electrike doesn't even have a foot. It's got like a little fin on the back of it. So anyway, it's going to be another Thrash here. I went for a cover because I'm actually pretty scared. This is a very, very scary Pokemon and things like that. And I'm going to go for a second Ekans Tail, and that is the end of Electrike. So they haven't actually Terra'd yet. I'm thinking, there's no way. Is this going to be Terra? Is it going to be Terra Spupa? There's no way this is happening. This is the first time and the last time in your life you're going to see a Terra Spupa only on Pin and Shadow. Here it comes, baby. I'm wondering what this is going to do. So it's going to grow them big antennae there. This might be able to do 3 damage to me. I'm getting a little bit scared here. So here comes the Bug Bite. Wait, did the health bar even move that? I don't know if the health bar moved it. I think it moved by 1 or 2. I'm going to go for the Poison Tail there, and Spupa almost gets one-shotted. And that is the end of the mighty Spupa. It was a quality performance there. Unfortunately, it didn't quite hit hard enough. Hope you enjoyed the Wooper Evolution team. There were some interesting battles there, some troll battles. You got it all, people. I'll be with another guide a little bit later on. Peace out, people.